We all deserve to be in hell right now.
No, we don't.
It's not none of us what we
Nobody
deserve.
deserves hell.
Is
Literally
everything is
nobody
unfair.
deserves hell. Not a single
Everybody
person.
deserves hell
Not
because we're
nope.
all sinners.
Not a single fucking person deserves hell. Nope. Nobody
Everybody
ever.
deserves hell.
Nobody deserves torture for eternity.
I
Nobody
deserve
does.
hell. You deserve hell. The most
No,
popular
you
person in the
don't.
world deserves
No, you've
hell. Yes,
your mind has been poisoned, and
it's not been poisoned.
nobody deserves hell.
Everybody deserves hell. Everybody's the
Nobody,
same.
I don't care how many times you say it. It doesn't matter if you're a fucking sinner. You don't deserve to be tortured by flames for eternity. Everybody deserves a punishment that is proportional to their crime. That's what it means to be just. That's why your God is a walking contradiction, because he claims to be
We all
just,
deserve
but
hell.
he will
That's the
literally
reason.
he'll
God loves
torture
us.
everybody for all of eternity with hellfire. That's not justice. That's petty ass vengeance.
The reason he gives us the choice to go to hell or heaven, the thing is, all right, if God said,
You don't have a
hey,
choice.
everybody,
You don't
you're
have a
gonna
choice.
love me, you're gonna love me right now, and you don't have the choice to commit sin. You don't have free will. You're gonna be in heaven with me for eternity. That would be
Sin has nothing to do with whether or not God has to send you to hell. You know that, right? God doesn't have
it
to send you
does.
here. No, he doesn't. Who created the consequences for sin?
God.
Could he have created different consequences?
He could have, but he loved us so much he wanted to give us free will.
He loved us so much he had to torture us for eternity. I'm not talking about
choice. We have a
hey,
choice to
pay
believe in.
attention. I'm not talking about free will. I'm talking about consequences, right? When my son disobeys me, I get to choose the consequences, right? I can choose to take his tablet away. I can choose to withhold something from him, or I can choose to do what your God does, and I could light him on fire, right? So the consequences. Hold on, pay attention. You'll learn something. So consequences aren't inevitable. They're decisions that are made by the God. When God made the consequences of sin, he didn't have to make eternal hellfire the consequence, right? He could have made any infinite number of other consequences, right? I need a simple yes or no. Does God have the capability of making the consequence for sin something other than going to hell? Does he have the ability?
Yes, and he does.
Okay, so the choice of going to hell is God's decision. He chose that would be the consequence for every human being that sinned. He chose that, right?
He chooses it. Because
God chose. Nope. Try it again. Nope. Wrong again. God chose the consequence of the sin. Whether or not we committed sin is our choice. That's our choice. I'm talking about the consequence. God chose the consequence, and you've already admitted that God didn't have to set those consequences. Let me ask you a question. If you were God, what consequence would you set for your children sinning? What would you set?
I'm not God.
I'm asking you in your mind, if you were God right now and your child sinned, what would your consequence be? What would you set?
How could I answer that? I'm not God.
It's an easy question. Why and what would you set? What would your consequence be?
What would you I'm a human. If I was a father, I would do what any other father would do.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with God.
Yeah, a good father would punish their children proportionately and not light them on fire for eternity. That's fucking horrific. And it also really poo-poos this idea that God gave you free will. God didn't give you free will. God gave you an ultimatum. He said, you will love me or you will burn for eternity. That is not free will. That is not love. That is coercion. It's an ultimatum.
Can I say what I'm trying? Can I say something? We can't question it.
Yeah, I think you should. That's why you're stuck in this cult, because you've been brainwashed. You've got Stockholm syndrome. That's what you've got. You got Stockholm syndrome.
You're just gonna make assumptions.
I'm not making assumptions. It's a fact.
The thing is, it's not a fact. How could you know that?
You believe in a God that literally hates you. That's Stockholm syndrome.
So you would leave your dad because he punishes you? Because he's trying to be a good dad, so you do the right thing?
If my dad punished me by lighting me on fire for eternity, yeah, I'd leave his ass in a second.
But we have a choice. That's not our final.
No, we don't have a choice.
We have a choice.
We don't have a choice.
We have a choice to follow God.
No, we already covered this. You don't have a fucking choice. You're born with original sin. You don't have a choice.
And God gave us Jesus so he can pay for our sins.
No, Jesus didn't pay for shit. If Jesus paid for our sins, he would have had to take our punishment, but he didn't take our punishment.
He did take our punishment.
He did not take our punishment.
We have the choice
What's the
to pay
punishment
our
for
sin.
sin? Pay attention.
Burn in hell for eternity.
Okay, is Jesus
Separation from
burning in
God.
hell for eternity?
He went to hell for 3
Is
days.
Jesus burning in hell for eternity?
He didn't commit any sins.
Is Jesus burning in hell for eternity?
No, because he didn't commit
Okay,
any
then
sin.
he didn't take our punishment.
He did. He went into hell for 3 days. and
Crazy
he
how you
conquered
can't.
it.
We'll try this again. Our punishment is eternal suffering in flames. Okay, so
Exactly.
if Jesus is not eternally suffering in flames, he didn't take our punishment.
He did. He was a sinless man.
We'll try this again.
He died on the cross for his sin.
What percentage of our punishment did Jesus take?
100%.
Okay, then he should be burning in hell for eternity. 100% of our punishment is burning in hell for eternity.
He got rid of our sins with his
Listen,
blood.
stop spiraling into new talking points. Pay attention to the words coming out of my mouth. Make yourself useful here. 100%, stop it. 100%.
Don't tell me to stop it. The thing is, I have been respectful to you the whole time, and you're saying these things. Even though
Need you to calm down. I know that you're concussed right now because your religion's being attacked and you have no way of defending yourself. You have no idea what's happening and you want to pivot from one talking point to another. I get it. I've been there. I was in your shoes before. You need to take a deep breath and calm down. The more you spiral, the worse this is going to go for you. So just calm down and calmly answer my questions. They're very easy. So we'll try this again. The punishment for our sins is eternal torture in flames, right? Which means if Jesus takes 100% of our punishment, he must be tortured forever in hellfire. That's what 100% means. You can't say that going in for 3 days makes you take 100% of the punishment, because it doesn't. That's not even 1%.